Raw Vision video is brought to you by Metro Solar, proud partner of the Richmond Football Club.
Good steal by Rance.
There's not too many in the competition that beat him in a one-on-one contest.
Conditions probably didn't suit the big forwards today, as we saw, but Alex is... Look, his ability to compete one-on-one, and he rarely gets beaten. If he doesn't, he halves the contest, gets it out of bounds. I thought he's had an outstanding year, and I thought he probably won the battle today.
Fair to say the Tigers have had an up and down year, but not so our guest, Alex Rance, has put together another fine season. He joins us on the couch. Welcome, Alex. What a great story the Tigers have become.
Yeah, it's good to be back on the winners list for sure, and 7 in a row is probably a bit unexpected, but it's nice.
When did you start talking about finals? Because surely right now it must be on the agenda.
I think the F word's banned at Richmond. We're not allowed to speak of it, but just winning's good. Winning's great, and I think it's contagious as well. So if we can stay on the roll, and who knows what can happen.
Normally when you get to 3 and 10 and the season's disappearing down the gurgle, you tend to have, for want of a better expression, crisis meetings or open brainstorming sessions where everyone just throws up ideas. There must have been a bit of soul searching done.
Probably not so much amongst the coaches, but amongst the players. You've got to start to hold yourselves accountable, and it can't come from the top, it's got to come from within. So we had a few good chats, and to hold each other accountable, it's been well documented about Ivan saying that we need to lift our standards and things like that. Not that our standards were poor to start, but they probably just weren't to the expectation that we need to be successful.
Jason, you two seem like you're old friends. Any history?
I've spoken before.
What, officially or socially?
Where are you going with this, Mike?
Alex, did this bloke come a-courting you a few years ago?
Oh, we've crossed paths a couple of times, yeah.
Inviting you to Hawthorn?
Yes, yeah. It was, and Dimmer, by his own admission, tried to trade me for a box of stubbies at that point in my career. I didn't know what type of player I was, so...
Hey, we were a good judge of horseflesh back then.
Yeah, obviously.
It was a great time to pick
I want
him
to
up.
take you back to the Adelaide Oval Saturday night. I've watched you play lots of football. You tend to play blokes on their merits and not aggravate them all that much. You went after Taylor Walker, didn't you?
Yeah, after the week he had the week before, I needed to change something up. It's not something that I usually go to. I don't tend to like to poke the bear too much, but yeah, I caught my fair share of attention as well. But I know the type of player that he likes to hit and then lead up, so I needed to take that away.
Did he get irritated?
Oh, we had a few nice words to each other, but yeah, and I thought I loved the contest. It was fine. I would never complain about anything he did to me, and I'm sure he wouldn't complain about anything I did to him.
How much preparation do you do for your specific opponent, your opponent that you're about to face in the coming week? Do you sit there and analyse the strengths and weaknesses, or you'd know most of it anyway, wouldn't you?
I've come to a point in my career now where I know what works for me, what I feel comfortable doing. Some players are comfortable taking lead lanes, some like to have the contact and in behind. So I know now what works for me. For players like Nick Riewoldt, who's just a machine and can chew up the turf, I might take a few liberties and take the lead space a bit more. But it's very minute changes to my game. Yeah. They're not drastic changes.
Alex, when you fell off your bike early in the year and had to tell the coach that you had a broken bone in your foot with a cycling accident, how did he react to that?
Yeah, it was like telling your mum you've broken her favourite vase. It wasn't the best experience. I felt gutted, and especially when the team wasn't winning as well, I felt a little bit responsible for that too, that I couldn't be out there helping the boys. But in saying that, there's always a silver lining. I did learn a lot being off and seeing it from the stands, and saw some deficiencies.
Do you think we judged you harshly? You were out, Delidio was out, Marek was out. Do you think that we, the commentariat, judged you harshly at that time?
Judged us personally, three that were out?
No, it's the team. No, that we didn't make enough allowances for the fact that 3 key players were missing.
I don't think so. You can't... It's a team game. There's more than 3 players on the field at one time, so everyone's got to be accountable for their actions. And at that time, we had deficiencies in our game, which since then we've fixed up. What
credibility did you give to Jack Riewoldt's explanation, now infamous explanation, if you like, an innocent comment, but one that created enormous headlines about trying to play Hawthorn-esque style of footy and getting it wrong?
It's interesting personal opinions. Everyone has their own personal opinions. I don't think it was meant in a malicious way, but no. I don't think it was the smartest comment at the same time.
But was it right?
it wasn't right for him to voice it in a public forum, I don't think. But it was definitely not a knock on our game plan, because he came back the next day and had a chat with Dimmer, and they certainly believe that they're on great terms now.
But you are playing much faster footy since you've turned this around and you've gone on this great winning run.
I'm not sure it's come off the back of our offensive efforts, though, and playing Hawthorn-esque, free-flowing football. I think it's come off the back of our hard defensive work. Jacka Smith, who's our defensive coach, every player now has to get in with him, and Trent Cotchin's led the way as our skipper. He's been fantastic with his defensive intent, and we've seen the scores that can be resulted from turnovers this year have been, the main source.
Some of your teammates you see every week, we only see them once every few weeks. Ben Griffiths is a young player. I think he's only 22 as we speak. He teases at times. We see what he's capable of. Is he going to continue to develop? How far can he go?
It's funny you use that word tease. Choco calls him that all the time. He's like that beautiful girl at the bar. He's got all the tricks. He's a beautiful kick, has great hands. But it's amazing how just a little bit of confidence, what that can do. And you see the GWS game, he was flying at marks, taking them, and we had a sit-down meeting with a lot of the players, and we said, do you believe as much as we believe? We've seen what you can do, and he's really shown in the past couple of weeks that he can play, and he'll be a good player for us.
And from a balance perspective, do he and Ty Vickery fit into the same lineup?
I'd have to ask Dimmer. I'm not really sure. I think they can play together. Griffo is very nimble and agile for his, and I guess so is Ty for their size, so I don't see any reason why not.
There's been general improvement, obviously, and that's why you're playing so well. But the one bloke who stood out to me is Brandon Ellis. I thought he started the season a bit slowly, but I reckon his last 2 months have been outstanding.
He came to the club with a massive tank. He could run all day, but he didn't know how to use it. He didn't know where to channel that. And as the winger and the rollback wing, he's really got the mindset now to get back and help and use that tank to blow his players up, and he's reaping the rewards. Early days he probably didn't understand the rewards that could come from that. You just thought maybe kicking the goals is the way to go, but he's averaging high 20s, if not 30 possessions a game now from getting back and helping. He's chopped me out a couple of times on the weekend, and I've patted him on the back a couple of times.
Now, a lot of years before you have to worry about what you're doing post-football, but have you got any plans?
I'd like to travel.
You should raise your standards, I reckon.
Raise my standards in terms of...
I was just trawling through the Richmond website this afternoon and came and saw that body and this bloke polishing windscreens.
Have a look at the rig. It's like looking in a mirror, Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, I made about $60 that day. It's not a bad business, and all cash too.
Did they recognise you?
There was a couple of camera phones that came out, but I was hoping that the hat would disguise them. I worked with a nice gentleman that day too. He was a great fella, earned a few bucks too.
We're going to wrap it up. That's an amazing career opportunity, Mike. It's like you were running yourself a few years ago, but you're on a great streak.
Yep.
And I want to remind you of what historically has been fantastic for the Richmond Tigers. 67, you won 8 in a row. You won a premiership. 72, you fell just one short. 9 in a row and 11 in a row turns into premierships if you look for historical data. It's exciting times with the Tigers. Let's hope it continues. Good luck tonight.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Alex.
Alex Rance, our special guest. Plenty more to come on the couch straight after this.